Hey guys, welcome back to Ask Snes. Hope everybody's doing well this week. Whew, so a little bit knackered, a bit of a tough week. It's been a tough week. No, it's not been tough at all. I've just been working hard, selling all my games. So as you can see, the shelves are getting less and less. There's 3 shelves worth of gone, and there's just about 58 games I think I've got to get rid of now. So if you're still interested in buying any games, just let me know, give me a shout, drop me a PM, DM me on Twitter, put something in the comments, whatever you want to do, and I'll let you know what I've got. I've got a list of what's left, and all the prices as well, so we'll sort that out. But yeah, Super Nintendo collection is going well. We're selling it all, and I'll soon be getting the Super Famicom pickups, so that'll be the whole start again with Super Nintendo all over again in Japanese. So yeah, that'll be fun, and that's going to be awesome, I can't wait. Alright, so let's crack on. We've got some questions from some awesome YouTubers. So first questions are from Craig is here again. Absolutely brilliant guy. So, alright Craig. So first question. Now you were getting involved in the Japanese scene with the Mega Drive and the Super Famicom, do you think you're moving to other Japanese consoles, Saturn, Famicom, etc.? I found the whole Japanese scene very addictive as I'm a massive shooter and fighter fan. The Japanese had so many exclusives. It was like a kid in a candy shop. I'll be honest with you, yeah, I have considered it. This week in particular, I saw Tony Electric Adventures pick up the Japanese copy of GoldenEye. And them N64 boxes, man, I just love them Japanese N64 boxes. And so I was watching the Electric Adventures video, and straight away I'm on the Kindle, I'm on eBay, and I'm looking at prices. And the weird thing is, Japanese N64 seems to have taken a nosedive. All the big games, like Diddy Kong Racing, for example, less than a tenner in really good condition boxed. And I was like, shit. So that was a bit worrying, because I could have easily dropped like 50 quid and got a few really good N64 titles. But then I thought about it, decided not to do it, because I had a Japanese N64 before, and while I like it and I love the box art and the games, and the boxes themselves are just awesome, they're big and bold, the problem I had was the language, because I played Star Fox, and if you've played Star Fox 64 in Japanese, you might know where I'm coming from. When you're listening to them shouting at you in Japanese, because the Japanese language, when they talk on games and films and things, they can be quite aggressive and loud. At least that's the way it comes across. So when you're playing Star Fox and you're constant chatter, it just irritated me. So I thought, no, I can't go down that road. So the N64's out the window. That's not going to happen. I've had enough of those anyway, to be honest. There's 2 systems. The Neo Geo AES is something I would love to get into, but that's not for a long time. That's way in the future, because the prices are just ridiculous. You know, you're talking a few hundred quid just for a console, and then the games are silly money. So that probably never happen. It's just a pipe dream. But realistically, I want to keep it cartridge based. So the only other option I've got, which is one that I think is a really good option, and one I've dabbled with a few times, and I've really enjoyed the system, and the games aren't that expensive, they're pretty fairly priced, is going to be the PC Engine. Now, I always wanted to get a PC Engine Duo, because they look badass, but I don't know if it's worth it. I need some advice from you guys, really. And Craig, you'll probably know a lot about this as well. The CD system, is it worth having? Are there enough games to justify it, or should I stick with U-cards? Because I really like the PC Engine. And so I watched him, I think it was Tootie, and he was playing Vigilante. That game, I love that game, it's rock hard, but the port they got on the PC Engine is spot on. And of course, Dragon Spirit, is that right? Dragon Spirit? Ninja Spirit, that's the one. I got confused with 2 different games then. I just think that's not right. Yeah, Ninja Spirit and R-Type, absolutely fantastic ports on the PC Engine. So I think once I've really delved deep into the Super Famicom, because that's where most of my money's going to go when all this collection's sold, and I've got a few more Mega Drive games, then I'll consider buying a PC Engine, because they're not that expensive to get an RGB modded console, and then to buy the games, they're relatively cheap for the most part. It's the CD games, some of them like Dracula X and that seems to be a bit pricey. So I just need to know if you guys think the CDs is actually worth the effort, or just stick with the cards really. That's the main thing. Because if that's the case, I won't get a Duo, I'll just get a standard white PC Engine again, like I had before. Anyway, and if anybody knows where you can buy a PC Engine with an RGB mod, that'd be really handy. Especially if it's an RGB mod where it's just got the DIN plug on the back, it's not a hardwired SCART, that'd be the best one. Because I had one with a hardwired SCART before, and the bloody SCART come out the back, and it was, yeah, wasn't too impressed with that. Anyway, so that, yeah, probably PC Engine, mate. Long-winded answer, but we got there. Next question. Okay, I was recently looking at your first ever videos, seeing how things have changed. Any chance of a one-off special of in my opinion? Yeah, I could do that. I haven't done those in my opinion videos for a long time. If you've got any other suggestions, mate, that'd be really good, because at the moment I can't think of anything that I could do. I did think actually when I did that video about the Wii U like last year or the year before, I should have done that as an in my opinion video. That would have made more sense, but I was kind of off the cuff, spur of the moment thing that was. But yeah, anyone who's if anyone likes those videos, in my opinion videos, and you've got any suggestions for things you want me to talk about, please let me know in the comments, because I did like doing those. They were good videos. Next question from Craig. Have I ever bumped into anyone famous while out and about? I had a good think about this, because I saw this question when you posted it, mate, and not that I can actually think of. I don't believe. I mean, the only people I've met famous are like heavy metal bands, and you know, that's pretty standard when you're in the scene and you go to gigs and stuff. So they're only famous to people who like that kind of music. They're not really famous outside of the world of metal, unless they're like, you know, Bruce Dickinson or something, or Lemmy. That's a bit different. But I mean, the bands that I listen to, yeah, they're the only people I've met who are famous, really. And normal famous people, nowadays, most of them are famous for nothing. Celebrity means nothing these days. But yeah, no, not that I can think of anyway. So thanks, Craig. Cheers for the questions. And any suggestions regarding the PC Engine, let me know, and also my opinion videos as well. So our next set of questions are from Kay Hewitt. So hello. And first of all, he wants to know if what I thought of Kid Icarus. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, mate. I know it's been another week, and basically I've just been working my arse off, just getting all these games sold and doing deals and stuff and posting them. So I haven't had a chance to sit down. And you know, the only time I watch YouTube is just to watch the people I regularly watch, just to keep up, because I haven't got time to be looking at other new stuff. But I will definitely get to it, I promise. Next question: what year is your Megane, my car? It's 2004. What is your favourite game controller? His is the N64 and the SNES. I'm exactly the same, actually, mate. That's really weird. Super Nintendo is my favourite controller. I would probably have a good thing. Yeah, I would say N64 is my second favourite controller. A lot of people don't like the N64 controller for some reason. I'm not sure if it's because they don't like it or because they don't know how to hold it correctly. But I've always found that controller to be absolutely brilliant. It's really, really comfortable. It works so well. Even with the yellow buttons on the right-hand side, well, when you're playing a first-person shooter, it actually works really well as a pseudo second analog stick to move the camera around of. And I've always, like strafing, works straight. I've always loved that controller. I like the placement of the trigger. I love the analog stick, the shoulder buttons, everything. Brilliant, and it looks really nice, a really cool design. Other than that, the PlayStation controller, the DualShock's always been a quality controller from day one. Right, would you ever give out your autograph if someone recognised you on the street? If they wanted it, yeah, I suppose I would. I wouldn't feel comfortable with it though, I'll be honest. It'd feel a bit weird, because I'm not a celebrity, I'm just a bloke who makes videos on YouTube like everybody else. So, I mean, I've only ever been noticed once, and it felt weird. Thank God the bloke was really nice, but it was just really strange, because I've said it many a time, you don't expect people to recognise you, you don't, yeah, I don't know, it's weird, because I should do. I mean, you know, I've got a lot of subscribers now, so realistically, at some point in the future, someone should come up to me again, I assume. But yeah, if anyone ever does see me in the street, by the way, just say hello. You know, I'm pretty easy to get along with, I'll have a chat with you. You know, I'm a little bit shy sometimes, you know, I might be a bit caught. If I'm a bit off, it just means you've caught me off guard and I wasn't expecting it, that's all it is. But give me a minute and I'll be cool. But yeah, hopefully nobody ever asks me for an autograph, because that's just weird. But if you do, that's cool. Next question. Did you ever play Bug for the Saturn? I haven't. I've heard of it, but I've never played it. Glad you like my idea of the new Super Mario Kart. Thought it was a great idea. What is your favourite Mario Kart instalment? Super Nintendo, by far. I haven't played every single version. I need to play Mario Kart 8. I'm really looking forward to playing that, 'cause it looks fantastic. I haven't played Mario Kart Wii, and I haven't played Mario Kart 7, and I haven't played Mario Kart... There was one on the DS one, though, I think there was. If there is, I haven't played it. But I've played like Super Nintendo, N64, Game Boy Advance, the important ones. And for me, the Super Nintendo, you know, by a country mile, the best version. N64 version was good, just didn't live up to the SNES version. I just love the Super Nintendo version. I've said it before, I love the graphics, I love the level design, I like the fact you got a map at the bottom. I love the music. The music is just absolutely awesome. The battle mode is brilliant. The controls are brilliant. Just everything the way it handles. I just love that game. And you know, a lot of the time when you get a franchise, people will generally go for the first game because it was the first game that got them into the series. But I just don't know. I can't find another one that comes close to it. The GBA game is the only one that comes close, mainly because it's a mini Super Nintendo in your hands. So yeah. But Mario Kart 8, I'm really looking forward to getting a Wii U, because it's nice to say that. I'm looking forward to getting a Wii U, especially after seeing Alan as well, Irish Nerd Life. I saw his Wii U video the other day. Really, man, I was just like, oh, I want that game, I want that game, I want that game. So yeah, and there's loads of games coming next year and all that I want. But Mario Kart 8 looks amazing. It looks so good. I know the battle mode's all messed up, but the actual game itself, yeah. So I want to play. But yeah, anyway, Super Nintendo Mario Kart. That's my favourite. Next one. Have you ever heard of cannoli? Is that like an Italian food? I've got no idea. It probably isn't. But what decade would you time travel to for just one day? The 90s, easily. 90s was the best. I was a teenager. I was drinking a lot. I was listening to great music. Had loads of good films. The video games were absolutely amazing. So yeah, definitely the 90s. And what is the Game Boy Advance? Was the Game Boy Advance basically a handheld Super Nintendo? As I said, yeah, it pretty much was. I think it was it 32-bit? I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I read in the magazine once that it was supposed to be 32-bit. I don't know if it actually was 32-bit when it came out or not. So it was like a little bit of a souped-up Super Nintendo. But yeah, essentially it's just a Super Nintendo in your hands, which is just brilliant. Which is why the Game Boy Advance is such a good system. And it's one I would love to get into. The problem I have with the Game Boy Advance is the original Game Boy Advance. I don't like it. It's a great design, best control, best, the most comfortable in your hand, but the screen's shit. I had a modded one with a backlight, which looked brilliant, but the screen's too small, needs to be bigger. The SP is a better option. I love the SP, but I don't like the fact that it's square and it hurts my hands. It digs in the side of your hands, which is a pain in the arse. And if I ever do it, I'm not buying box games because there's too much fake stuff out there. I did think about doing it once. I did try to do it, but I just give up. So yeah, I'd love to get into the SP and just buy loads of loose carts, not as a collection, just purely just to enjoy them and play them. Do like Ninja Bear Hug does, just buy tons and just I'm just going a full set Game Boy. But yeah, I love the SP. The SP is awesome. Next question: do you remember when Game Station existed? I did, and they sold SNES up to 2010. Yeah, as it happens, when I used to live in Birmingham, I never know what the name of the street is, but if you live in Birmingham or you know Birmingham, in the main city centre where the Odeon is, next door to the Odeon there used to be a massive game station, and they had all modern stuff upstairs. And you go downstairs and they have all the retro and had like glass cases with all the machines, all the consoles and computers. The games were never in that great condition, though, to be quite honest with you. They were pretty beaten up. But yeah, that was really cool. And up until recently, we had a game station here, but it was just a normal game station that sold modern games. They had a game station, and about 3 or 4 doors down, they had a game. And then when Game went tits up, Game took over Game Station, and it's just not very good now. It's just overpriced crap. But there you go. But yeah, back in the day when it was retro Game Station, that was really cool. Next question: would you ever buy a retro Duo console? No, I have thought about it, and the retro, is it the Retron 5? That looks really cool. Although apparently they're in legal trouble now, so that won't last. That'll be expensive and rare on eBay soon. Yeah, I'm not convinced. The whole emulation thing. Nice idea to play them on your flat screen TV and everything, but realistically, me personally, I'm not an anal collector by any means. I might look that way, but I really am not. And when it comes to retro games, I like a nice tube TV, big CRT, RGB cable, 4x3. I'm all good. Next question: what is your favourite food? Everything. I really don't have a favourite, to be honest, mate. I'm not fussy when it comes to food. I'll eat anything, I'll try anything, I'm not fussy. The only certain foods I don't like, things like radishes, which are just vile and disgusting and pointless and have no taste. But in terms of favourite foods, yeah, pretty much anything. Curries, pizzas, cottage pies, Sunday lunch. I love Yorkshire pudding. Yorkshire pudding is amazing. I love black pudding. Black pudding is fantastic. There's a place downtown called Cafe Gold. And if you're ever in Weston-super-Mare, you want a really good breakfast, go to Cafe Gold. I've tweeted about them before. They're absolutely amazing. They're on the boulevard and they make the best breakfast. It's just beautiful. The sausage, the bacon, amazing. The black pudding is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, fantastic. Black pudding is amazing food. I want to try white pudding. I've never tried white pudding, so that's another thing I've got to try. Right, okay. And the last question is, have you heard of Pink Planet Games Exchange? I've heard of them. I don't know where they are. I don't know much about them, but I have heard of them. So there we go. So thanks for the question, mate. Nice one. Next questions are from Scribble Sam Animation. Alright, Sam. First question is, what's your opinion on this whole thing about Peppa Pig being banned? I assume you're referring to this Facebook thing. I don't know. I saw something in the newspaper, and I don't really read newspapers normally. It's just that Mum's been buying them, so I have a quick scan for them. Yeah, I read something about some bloke had put a Facebook page up saying that they should ban Peppa Pig. It's offensive to Muslims. And when I read it, it was clearly bullshit. It was clearly some bloke having a laugh and not doing it seriously. So I don't really know what the point is. If it's serious, then the guy needs to just piss off because he's being ridiculous. Because you cannot ban a cartoon pig, that's just stupid. But from what I read, what they quoted about the actual Facebook posting, it sounded like he was just taking the piss. So let's just hope he is. Number 2, so you're interested in getting a Super Famicom? I am indeed. Any games you're looking forward to getting, and are you still interested in getting the Korean Hyundai or Hyundai Super Convoy? The Convoy thing I haven't looked at for a while actually. You've reminded me about that, so I need to have a look at what that's all about. In terms of games, yeah, I mean, I'm going to start with all the basics, the obvious essentials like Mario World Kart, All Stars or Collection as it's known in Japan, Yoshi's Island, all the Street Fighters, all the Final Fights, and all the Donkey Kong Country games. I want the Magical Quest games. There's just, I've got a list of about 90, I put some more on yesterday, I put a couple more on there, so I've got about 100 games listed so far, because I watched the Nooch 79's video from a couple of months ago, and he was showing all his Super Famicom pickups, and I was like, oh, I forgot about that, put that on the list, oh, I haven't heard of that one, put that on the list. So yeah, it's basically, I'm going to have a lot of the stuff I had before, with some extras, and I'm going to check out all the Japanese exclusives as well, see what's available, because there's some really cool stuff. Watching Paul's video, Nooch 79, he had a game I'd never heard of called Super Ninja Kun, and I looked at some gameplay and it looks epic. It looks like a Master System game on steroids. It looks bloody brilliant. It's like a platform game with a little ninja dude running around throwing ninja stars. I was like, hell yes. So yeah, I mean, unfortunately I looked at the price of it on eBay and it's about 20 quid for a cart, and the cheapest box one is 130. I mean, how does that work? Surely a box one should be like 60, maybe 80 at a push. Take the piss, some people. Right, next thing, let's have a look. Okay, so you just told me to avoid getting the Hong Kong Super Famicom. Yeah, that's fine. I know all about that from before when I collected them. It's got a completely different box, so you can't go wrong with that. Next question. Would you ever try one of those black hamburgers from Burger King in Japan? I would, yeah, just to see what it tastes like. Because I was looking at the IGN guys were posting tweets about it the other day. They look disgusting, but I assume it's some kind of food dye or something. So, yeah, I'd try it. I'd say when it comes to food, I'm not fussy at all. I'll give it a shot the first time. The only food I'm a bit unsure of is seafood. And that's usually just down to the way it's presented. If they didn't present it with the head of the fish, or or you didn't have to get the lobster and break its bloody arms off and things, I'd eat it. Just stick it on a plate, give me some meat, I can eat that, that's no problem. But I'm not dissecting an animal. That's just barbaric to me, it's just wrong. And I don't want it looking at me either. It's like king prawns, it's just, no. It's just wrong. And the bloody Kindle's just reset itself. Hang on a minute, 1 second. You don't have to move the bleeding thing, and it auto moves like that, and it just dumps all the comments. The YouTube app is a bit shite anyway, to be absolutely honest. It's not exactly reliable. I've now completely lost my place. Unfortunately, there's a lot of comments on last video, so it's just trying to figure out where I am. Come on, where's Sam? Right, got ya. Okay. Okay, so that's Sam. No, next question's from. Thanks, Sam, by the way. Okay, so Three-Headed Monkey, I think I answered him in a comment anyway. He was just asking about the language barrier, because a lot of people seem to be asking about that with the Japanese stuff. When it comes to 16-bit cartridge games, unless you're playing RPGs, language barrier is completely irrelevant, honestly. Most of the games have English text anyway, and the menus are it's really easy to work out which one is to start the game and which one's the options. You just press the start button and work it out. I've never had a problem with any Japanese games, they're really straightforward to use, so honestly, if you're ever worried about language barrier, it's put you off buying Japanese games. Don't let it put you off, because when you come in old school games like that, no problem. I always think like PS2 and stuff, if you're playing shooters, you'll be alright. Anything else, it'll be a bit complicated. The biggest issue I've got is like when you're playing games from N64 onwards, is the speech, because it just irritates me, so yeah. Right, okay, let's have a look. Just making sure I don't miss any questions out. And Endless Arcadia asked me if I'd seen Voice Corp 3's Super Famicom collection. which I actually did go and watch it after I read your comment, mate. And yeah, that is a nice collection. That is a cracking video, that is. Right, next question is from Muzz247365, a regular question asker. So thank you for the questions. First question is, do you already have a Super Famicom on the way? Not yet, I'm still trying to get one. There's tons of them on eBay. I just want a box one that's in decent nick, that isn't yellow, and the lid isn't damaged. I found one the other day. It was listed as mint, and I know the seller's really good because I've used him before to buy Super Famicom consoles. And the console looked great, it was all bagged up, all looked nice. The only issue was the lid of the box had a mark on it. I didn't know what it was, so I emailed him. He said, "Oh, it's just a sticker mark." I was like, "That's fine." And so I was waiting for some money to come in because I was doing a deal with a YouTuber, and then I was going to buy the console. But unfortunately, the following day it sold, so I'm still looking. I'm just going to keep looking until I find the right one. And I don't want to be super anal. I don't want it like mint condition, perfect, because it's not possible to get that. But just as long as it's in decent nick, isn't yellow, the box isn't beaten to hell, I'll be alright. Next question. Which Japanese games do you want first? As I said before, all the Mario Kart, Donkey Kong, Final Fight, Street Fighter, all those are essential, and then go from there really. Just of course like F-Zero, Castlevania, and all that. So, thank you very much. Right, bear with me, there's a lot of comments, I'm just trying to see if we've got any more. Okay, so crash test. These are always interesting questions. So, Rich, here we go. Thanks for the questions, mate. Crash Test Gaming asks, how long before you sell them all and go back to the American system? I'm not even going to say. Hopefully never, but never say never because you don't know with me, do you? But no, I'm pretty confident that that's not going to happen, Rich. I'm really happy with my decision. And yeah, it's probably the best decision I've made in a long time regarding the retro stuff and the collecting and gaming. So yeah, I'm well happy with it. Next question, will you buy back all the games or just a select few? So what I've done is I've gone through all the games I got for the American system. Now, bar the essential Mario, Street Fighter, Final Fights, Donkey Kong, Aladdin, F-Zero, all the usual Castlevania, all the stuff you expect to buy for the system that's essential, Contra, of course. And I've just basically looked at what I got, and all the games I've picked up that I never knew nothing about, I've decided if I like them or not enough to buy them in Japanese, if they're available, of course. So yeah, I'm just going to be basically picking up like Bonkers. It ain't the greatest game in the world, but I actually quite like it. It's a nice little platformer, and it's not that expensive in Japan either, so I'm going to get that. Street Racer is available in Japan, which is a really cool game. I love that, so I'm going to buy that as well. So yeah, I'm just going to just cherry pick the ones I like, and then I'm just going to go through the Japanese exclusives, because there's loads of like scrolling beat 'em ups and platformers and shooters and God knows what else. And you know, the Japanese had so many games released for the system, so it's going to be an exciting time. And this bloody Kindle's just reset. I just moved and the Kindle's just whacked me to the top again. Bloody thing, right. Modern technology is shite, you know that. Right. Oh, that's totally buggered it now, I don't know where it is. I hate modern technology, it never does what it's supposed to do. Right, there we go, got ya. So, cheers Rich. So I'm not sure if we've got any more questions. Let's have a look. Got a question from 16-bit Jay. Hello Jay. Jay asks, right, okay, I was wondering, do you need any special equipment for NTSC consoles? Since I assume it wouldn't work or damage the console if you plug your power supply into it. You can just go on eBay, type in NTSC SNES power supply and you'll get one. Console Goods is another place you can get one from on Google as well. Rob, who runs the site, is absolutely brilliant. He'll help you out. So yeah, you can get a UK power supply, no problem. I've got one on mine. Works a treat. And obviously you can get RGB cables as well. So yeah, and you don't need anything special. Just buy a plug off eBay and you'll be fine. Sorry about the silence, there's just like tons of comments. Just sort of scanning them, make sure I don't miss anything. Right, so I think that's it. Yeah, so that's all the questions this week. So thank you very much to everyone who's asked me a question. Appreciate it. If you do have a question for me, just leave it in the comments below, and I'll reply to that next week. There you go, guys. So yeah, so the Super Nintendo collection is getting there. I've got 58 games to get rid of. So if you do want any games, just let me know. I'll send you a list and price list and everything. You can see what I've got, and we can do a deal. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos, just click on subscribe. And I'll see you all again next week.